Hey man, I really appreciate y'all for checking in with me and continuously watching my videos. And before we get started, if you are new, please pay attention. If you like what you see, like the video, subscribe to my YouTube page. I am Courier, but today we're going to talk about pricing.
Oh, girl, I'm on the way. Hey, I just left the club and I'm about to make a play. I'm on the way. Wait, she told me that she cooking. I said, gonna make a plate. I'm on the way. I'm on the way. I'm on the way. I'm on the way.
I wanted to do this video because a lot of my associates and other co-workers and contractors, they ask me about pricing a lot. Like I get that all the time and how I come up with prices. And I got a couple strategies and methods that I use to come up with pricing. Coming up with courier pricing can be real tricky. It's not it's a service and it's not a product. That's what some people have to realize. When you selling a product, you selling an item. You exchanging that item. Here you go. I have this product. It's valued at this, and it's usually one set price. When you doing a service, every time you do something, every job isn't the same, and there's different levels and various ways that you can break down what you're gonna charge. So that's where the complication of coming up with pricing in the courier business can occur. So a few examples is: are you delivering something large? Are you delivering something small? What type of equipment you have to use when you make the delivery? Is it more work? Is it less work? How far do you have to travel? It's so many things that can complicate how you want to do pricing when you're a new courier and you starting off your own LLC, or you contracting out your services to somebody, and a lot of confusion come in there. So the next thing you want to do, if you've been following my videos from top to bottom, is get your pricing down pat. Customers love calling and you being able to give them a good quote, and a quote you do not necessarily have to think about or concern yourself with sitting there crunching a lot of numbers. They want to call you, they want to tell you what they need done, and you should be able to at least give them a ballpark figure. So I'm gonna help you out by, when your customers call you, or if another person want to contract your business out, coming up with a ballpark figure and how to give them that. The first basic thing you want to do when trying to start off your pricing is, once again, I say this in every video, know what you do and know what you can't do. Do not try to do what you know you cannot do. And if somebody call you, know that, hey, I deliver this and I do that. So that's the first thing. If you know what you do and you know what you don't do, it's easy to come up with a price management. If you're a person and you have a Honda and you deliver small packages and boxes, if a person calls you with a large item, don't be afraid or ashamed to say, I do not service that type of equipment or whatever they're trying to get delivered. So you want to partner and manage with people that do, and then send it to them. Maybe you get a referral fee. Y'all look out for each other. I do that as well. So know that. Know what you do and what you can't do. Now that you know what you can do, you should have your prices down pat. The first thing as a delivery company you want to know is your radius. Where do you travel? How far would you travel? Are you interstate or are you intrastate? With that being said, if you are interstate, that means you keep it local within your city, your town, metropolitan area. You might hit the outskirts every now and then, but that's where you are. If you're interstate, you travel all over. From California to New York, you do that. Basically, know your radius. So the first thing you want to do, if you know that, you need to be asking addresses, because you don't want to waste customers' time. You know, they don't want their time wasted. As much time as you waste with them, they trying to get up off the phone with you, they probably never call you again. But even if you can't service them and you help them, they still think about you and probably put you in their back pocket when they need services, and you'll catch some more money on the back end or be able to help another courier service that you assist sometimes with references and referrals. It's enough money out here. We all can make it. Now, when I tell you come up with a radius, know how far your car can drive. If you got a car, hey, I just got a little A and B, I can go here and there. I can't put a lot of miles on it. Then you need to set your radius maybe to 20, 25 miles and service in the 20, 25 mile area all companies and maybe contracts that you can get that just might need small deliveries. And it's vice versa. It's not vice versa. And it's the same thing with big packages. If you got a truck and you know your vehicle, you know your equipment, if it can go comfortably every day and drive this many miles, set your radius to that and say, hey, this is what I do. Now, once you set your radius, the key component to giving your customers a quick quote is making setting your radius and letting that be and putting a base pay into that radius. Now it sounds real complicated, but I'm gonna show you a map. And this is what you do. You take the area, and if you know what a radius is, you circle the area in which you want to pinpoint. First of all, your pinpoint is probably always going to be your A point where you start at. So if you got your truck parked at your house, your radius should start at your home and it should go around in a circular radius for maybe 20, 50, 75 miles, wherever you want to put your radius at. And within that radius, everything I deliver within that radius is, let's say, starting off at $25 for small packages. So you probably can, let's say, put $10 in your gas tank and do a delivery within 20 miles and probably wouldn't even use that 10, but make 25. Your profit will be 15 every delivery you do. Hopefully you get a lot of deliveries, and there you go. And you're not even making $15 an hour. You're making if you in 20-mile radius, depending on what town you in, if you ain't got a lot of traffic, you could be making 15 every 30 minutes. Let's say 30 minutes, because you get the package and then you take it there, and it take you about 30 minutes, almost close to an hour. But when delivering stuff, you probably can fit two boxes in your car. You got two packages in your car. So you'll look at those packages and you'll count them as, bro, every box I got in here is $15. They small. I'm not driving far. It'll probably take me a few hours. Maybe if I want to work a full day, a regular 8-hour day, I can get all these packages done. So that's how you will make your money. Now, when you set your prices, when you get into complicated things, is you want to go outside your radius area. So your base rate area will probably be 20 miles surrounding your point A. Now, if you go out that, you want to say, hey, if I go another 10, 20 miles outside of that, this is my second rate area, because I'm going outside of my base rate area. So you can draw another circle. And then outside of that circle, you can draw another circle. And then that's what I charge to go there. Now, when you do that, you set in your base price. So if a customer needs something delivered, I say, hey, for small items in my radius area, it's starting off $25. For my large items, let's say you want me to get something and I have to maybe jump in my van and get a larger box or a large TV, that's $50 for that in the local area. And everything I do within that area for large items are $50. So that's how you come up with like a quick quote. You want to start off getting your base rate set up. You can set your own. Don't ask nobody, hey, what should my base rate be? What should this do? Learn what a radius area is. Set your base price, but nobody can tell you how far your truck can drive or how much gas your car drink. Only you can. So you have to set that price. Now, in order to be comfortable and maybe straddle along with the competition, you want to learn how much other people might charge in your area. So if everybody charging, let's say everybody prices within like 20, 25, 30. Let's say you want to be in the middle. Hey, I do 25. I think I have good customer service. I'm not all the way there yet. I'm just learning the game, so I don't want to go super high yet. But while I'm getting my ducks in a row, I'm comfortable with 25. So staying within that rate with your competition can be a good thing, strategically. Now, you don't want to go too low. Don't try to beat out your competition, because that's why I said you have to know how much gas your car can drink, how many miles your car can go. Because if you're trying to stick with the competition, but what you don't know is the competition use electric cars, so they don't even spend money on gas. They out here charging their cars, so they can charge a little less because they like, hey, we don't have that gas overhead, and you trying to compete with them because you haven't done all your research on the fundamentals and the way they run their company. So you try to lowball them, but you end up lowballing yourself. So you got to know what your equipment can do, and you got to know how much profit you can make and your overhead and things of that nature. Set your base rate area. Try to find out what the competition is, but then when you make your decision, make it off the profit that you can make and what you feel comfortable with. And that will let you start off by giving your customers a good ballpark figure on when they call you. They give you an A to B address and you say, hey, I already know within that area it's $50. Boom. And it's over with, done with. Next thing, you want to separate them, like I said. So small packages in one area is this much. Large package within that same area is this much. So set your small package, your large packages. Know what a small and large package is to you. Some companies be like, hey, anything 100 plus pounds is considered a large package. No matter how big it is when it comes to area or how much it take up. If it's a large package, I got to do my work. I got to carry it into a residence or another place commercially. It's still considered a large package because some people do it by weight. Some people say a large package is just what it is. It's a large packaging area, and if I have to pull out my truck to go deliver it, I'm going to charge a little more for this large package fee. So know what you want to do as far as that go. And those be your determining factors when you charging beyond your base rate. Let's kick into charging beyond your base rate. Once somebody says, hey, I need a package to go from Atlanta to Decatur. If you familiar with that area, Atlanta is the metropolitan area, and Decatur is going toward the east. So you going, depending on where you at in Atlanta, going to Decatur, it can be just about 10, maybe 15 miles. So you go into Decatur. So 10 to 15 miles, you set your base rate for 20 miles. So that's less than 20 miles. Boom, you already know it's $25 for me to take a small package from Atlanta to Decatur. That's as simple as that goes. See how quick that was? And that's your base rate. It started that. It go no less, nothing like that. So let me tell you this. Now, once you go beyond your base rate, if somebody calls you and say, hey, I got a package and I need it delivered within a few hours. Oh, I need it rushed. That's when you start tacking on, okay, well, if you need that, delivered expeditiously, and I have to expedite that a little quicker, you might have some packages in the back, but you say, hey, I'll prioritize your package and go ahead and deliver it now. You can charge what is a priority fee. Once you do that, you learning your fees and what you tack on. So you ask those type of questions when you talk to a customer and you setting up your price range in your head. Now, certain jobs you can do alone. Certain jobs, if you have something real large, remember, ask your customer, do you have any stairs? Because if you have to take a large, let's say a Chester drawer up some stairs, and you feel like, hey, I can't do it alone, and it's very heavy and it's made out of, real wood or what have you. You can't do it alone. You probably have to hire a driver or a helper. So that person has to get paid, the job has to get done, and then let's say it's outside of your radius. So that would be a large package outside of your radius. With a large package, let's say you set that at 150, and then you need another $50 because you need a helper, and then on top of that, you have to take it up some stairs. And let's say, and they wanted it in. Can you go get it from the store now? Because that store is about to close at 5 o'clock, and it's 3. So you got 2 hours to go to that store, get it before they close, and then get it to your customer. So right now, you outside your radius area. Let's say for large packages going outside the radius area, it start at 100. Then you have to get a helper. Let's say you say, hey, I pay my guy $20 an hour. You charge him whatever to compensate your helper and how long he gonna be with you. Then outside that, they want it done expeditiously. So you say, hey, I have a priority fee or expedited fee or whatever. You tack that on. So that would bring you up to about 250 or so just to go deliver that item, and see how quickly you come up with that pricing once you get and memorize your fees and know what the radius, your base is, and what your outside fees is. You can hurry up and add those in your head very quickly, and hopefully it's a good price for your customer. If it's not a good price for your customer, they probably gonna try to negotiate with you. Some people can negotiate, some people just have their fees. In certain circumstances, in most circumstances, I'm not gonna lie, I've already set my prices to the point that it's comfortable for me to make money and make a profit after I have paid whatever contractor or worker that I'm gonna be working with, then put the gas in my car to take it to do it. And after that, hey, this is how much I get. Most customers have it confused that if they pay you $200 to go get something and then do it very quick for them, they don't understand that you have to put gas in the car and you have to do all this before you can even get to them. And when they pay you $200, once you cash out what you paid in gas and then you pay your helper, they don't even know you really left with $100. So you can't be mad at that, and they will try to negotiate, but just let them know, hey, my price is set to what would be comfortable for you as a customer and me as a business owner. So try to do that and break it down to them gently. If they ask if you can negotiate and you got a little wiggle room, I guess ain't nothing wrong with negotiating. Make a little wiggle room. And if you don't want to, don't turn them down. Maybe send them to another delivery driver that may be closer in their radius. Because remember, when they called you, you had to go outside your radius. So if you live in the middle of the metropolitan area and they making you drive all the way up north, maybe you have networked and connected with another service or a courier company or somebody who do deliveries that live up north, and say, hey, I might have a guy I can call who's closer to you that might not charge as much because he's closer, and you can send that referral and still make a little money. Your guy might be like, hey, I appreciate you for sending them to me. Here go $20 or whatnot. Throw some more gas in your car. Let's keep business going. So there you have it on pricing. The first thing you want to do is make it comfortable for your customers, make it comfortable for you. Keep it that way. A strategy you can do is learn what the competition around you charges and try to stay in a price range if you can. If you cannot, set your price to what's comfortable for you and what would make your profit make more sense, if that makes sense. All right. So if you have any more questions on pricing and how to do it in the courier form, or what should I do, how much should I charge, and it's also questions about, hey, what I do when I get contracts, do I still charge them the same thing? And once again, I tell everybody, it's your business. It's up to you. Ain't no questions asked. You the boss. But if you like any tips or something, or ask me what I did, hey, I had no problem answering no questions, but I will keep these videos going, let you know step by step how I built up my small business out here doing delivery services and making videos and content. And I'm going to keep doing that please let me remind you again to like and subscribe to this YouTube channel, and I will keep it coming. I appreciate y'all for looking, and happy holidays. I know Christmas just left. That's why I ain't been making no video in a while, but I'm back now. I am Curry. Now I'm on the way.